So part of that journey, let's go back to our workout. 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
At the KCC.
Yeah.
You invited me to your hour or hour and a half or whatever of like you.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, what did we do? We did
Farmers walks
Farmers
with water
walks.
bottles.
Yeah. How heavy were
They're
those?
40 pounds each.
40 pounds
Right.
each.
And they're unstable, right? So like, you don't have handles. You've got to grip the round edges like this.
Yeah.
And then they're bloody heavy.
Yeah.
And they wobble.
Yeah.
Right. And then
And as you sweat, you're losing your grip.
yeah, because right, it's just whether it's hand cream. I had to stop putting hand cream to do this workout. Right, look at the calluses and stuff. But it's sweat. It's a bug spray. It's suntan lotion. Now it's so difficult to grip, no matter how much you keep wiping. Top of the bottles, they're so difficult to grip. The workout feels amazing, whether it's freezing cold or boiling sunshine. The elements hitting you, whatever the elements are.
Yeah.
Every day, whatever the elements are, you get to feel it.
Yeah.
You get to feel those elements.
Yeah.
Right. You get that half an hour, 1 hour with it. It's like such a blessing, and so forth. And it's quiet and it's all green.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
Yeah.
It's like a blessing what we had, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We finished it off with a swim.
Yeah.
But it's just unbelievable.
So it was about half an hour. We did the farmers carries and
then
the overhead
and
press.
swim another half. So that's what I do. I do half an hour field work and half an hour swim.
You mix it up.
And then when it's super cold, right, then I don't even go there. Maybe I'll just go to Cullen Park.
Yeah.
And I'll just do dips, pull-up sprints.
Yeah.
Right. So it's seasonal.
When did this all kind of come about?
I don't know. I think it came about because I'll be very honest with you. It came because of COVID.
Sure.
I always had a healthy balance of outdoor stuff because I lack so much vitamin D from the sunshine. Okay. I love the sun. I mean, I know I'm not alone in that. Okay. All right. I love the sun.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I'm pissed that my wife doesn't love the sun. I don't get it. I'm pissed my father doesn't love the sun, but he's going to come out with me anyways. Okay? My wife spends no time with me at the pool, and it kills me. You know what I mean? And, there's nothing I can do to convince her to come to the pool with me.
Yeah.
Right? And it sucks because I love the pool. And then my girls don't come to the pool with me at all. But when they were kids, I was a kid as well, bro. When they were kids, I was a kid. I'm telling you, it was another rebirth, okay? 3 children. It's such an amazing thing. And so we would go to the pool so much, okay? I taught the 3 of them how to swim. I taught them how to be strong swimmers like me. And I'd always say to them, what's Papa's favorite thing to do? And they'd say, swim with his kids. What's Papa's favorite thing to do? Swim with his kids. And there's freaky voices and stuff. What's Papa's favorite things to do? Swim with his kids. Okay, what does Papa love the most? Swimming with his kids. What is that? And then you lose one, and then you lose another. I only got one left now.
Yeah.
That is swimming with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's my tag team partner and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You've always seen him in my content and stuff, right? He's so bloody adorable. And so forth. The thing is, if you scroll back far enough, you'll see a lot of the girls. You'll see a lot of the girls. Okay, I'm an early adopter. Facebook came out in 2006. I jumped on in 2007. Right. Facebook became public to the world outside of universities, I think in 2007. I jumped on immediately and I've never looked back on anything and stuff. So I'm an early adopter. And if you scroll back far enough, you'll see so much of my girls. So I've dealt with so much of my so much. How much I didn't have to sell suits then. People just coming to me. I was Mecca. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go online to sell suits. So before COVID, right? I didn't have to go online to sell suits. So my posts were about me and my children, me and my vacations, me and my dinners, me and my parties, me and my events. Do you know what I mean? And then you have to see the splinter. You have to see suddenly when there's no money coming in, and you have I don't know how many employees and 7 mortgages. Okay, bro, it's like instant pivot, instant splinter. Like I became this new persona, right? And that's why I say you ask me, people saying this shit. I was like, bro, you want to scroll the comments? How about you scroll back my feed, okay, and see that it is. Everybody can see. The government can see. U.S. government can see. Hong Kong government can see. Okay, if the U.S. government can see, the Hong Kong government can see.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have concrete proof of that already.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, if I get arrested at Heathrow, then maybe There's something correct to what they say.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm vetted by Homeland Security, I'm okay. I don't think I'm going to be arrested at Heathrow.
Yeah. Going back to our workout.
Yeah.
I'm a true believer that you can learn a lot about yourself during a workout and learn a lot about others.
Yes.
From our session that week, what did you learn about yourself?
From the session that we did,
Correct,
is that I love to teach and share. That I want people to shed, not entirely. You can love the gym. You can love your trainer. You can love your WODs. You can love your high rocks. You can love your box.
Yeah.
You can love your yoga. Love is such a good thing. But please, everybody, it's an open invitation to everyone on the planet. Come out and work out with me once.
Yeah.
And just see how it feels.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it's December the 1st, it's going to be something else. If it's July the 1st, it's going to be something else. But just give yourself to me. I'm very loving.
Yeah.
I'm very caring. I'll be very happy. A lot of people over the years have come and worked out with me. They've loved it, but it's too tough for them. Okay? That's what everybody has said. Whether it's my cousin Zach, whether it's my wife, whether it's my sister-in-law who's fit as fuck, whether I'm going to try and give you real names so you don't think it's a blanket statement. My cousin Shauna. I got this friend. What the fuck is his name? I can't remember what do we call him even? Jesus, my mind has gone blank. I want to give you real long list. This kid, my friend Prak's brother Krish. I think my buddy Vishal, my buddy Sean, Rahul, this other guy who runs a judo. He has his own he has his own mixed martial arts gym. Can't remember his name. It's another guy's name I can't remember right now. Kailash Chandru, that's his name. So I could keep going. Right.
Yeah.
So over the years, my cousin Rak, over the years, people come and they've worked out with me. They've done my workout. And they say, yeah, bro, amazing. Gone. No chance. 1, too early. And 2, fuck it, you're a psycho.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't make me feel good about me.
No.
Bro, I feel sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish more people would come out and work out with me. Everywhere I go, right? Everywhere I go, you talk about this stuff is irrelevant. Everywhere I go, nobody's talking to me about my slapping people's ass. There's no way I'm going and people are bringing it up to me. Maybe they bring it up to you. Maybe they bring it up to him. Maybe you guys are talking about it and so forth. Great. That means you're watching my content. I'm putting out content for people to watch content, right?
Yeah.
But where I'm going, people are talking about my workouts. Okay? People are talking about my son.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, that's why I reached out to you, because I have seen your your fitness videos over the years.
You know what I mean? And my fitness journey, I've been posting forever. You know, I've spent the last at least 10 years with visible abs. I'm not going to call it a six-pack. I've had visible abs every single day for over 10 years. And that's a huge achievement, right? And you know, I've been getting older and older, but I've been getting fitter and fitter because I've been getting more and more educated and more disciplined, right? So everywhere I go, people talk to me about workouts, and I always say, join me. Oh, I wish, Roshan. No, I've heard, Roshan. No, I've seen, Roshan. And it's not that hard. It's
not that hard,
right?
yeah.
It's not that hard,
Yeah.
right? But then you come from a different background and stuff, right? But I don't think it's that hard.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
And we can scale back a little bit. You don't have to do exactly what I do.
Yeah.
But the essence is there.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Right? So I had no worries about you whatsoever. I knew that you'd slot right in with me. I don't know you well at all. I've not watched your content and stuff, but I think you can just sniff it.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see how you look as well. And I didn't know deep dive on you. Okay? I just don't have the time. I'm so focused on myself and my business. I don't have time to scroll. I only post, bro. I only fucking post. All I do is I post my one video a day, every fucking where, and then I go work. And that's basically it. I don't have time to scroll and stuff. I learn from real life because I'm meeting people all day, every day. And that's where my learning comes from. My learning is not coming from other people, right? Like one guy a few years ago on LinkedIn congratulated me, and I didn't understand he was giving me a compliment. He said, I love your quick and dirty shit, bro. I said, what the fuck are you saying to me, bro? You know what I mean, what is this quick and dirty? It means, you know, just straight off the iPhone you posted. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's so me. And then I love the term. And then when I started using the term, everybody got the term. Because everybody's about editing, and I wish I could be that way. I really wish. I don't have the time. I don't have the interest. I'm just quick and dirty. I shoot something, just post it. We're done.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done.
It's authentic.
Right? And that's basically, and that's me. And, you know, the closest people to me always want to give me advice, okay? Everybody wants to give me advice, okay? But that advice is all negative, right? Like, I'm not asking for a pep talk. I don't need one.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking for applause. And everybody, every time I have a breakdown with someone and stuff, they're like, you only want applause? You can never take constructive criticism. I say, bro, you're fucking... And it's mostly women, because I really don't talk to guys, okay? I mean, listen, I don't need constructive criticism. I need people to fucking buy suits. I can't sit here and fucking talk to you. And then, okay, I think. I don't have time to fucking think, bro. I have time to shoot, post, and sell.
Yeah.
Shoot, post, sell. Shoot, post, sell. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm not making these, bro, I'm not fucking making these videos for people. Everybody, I'm telling you, Avi, you listen to me. This is the truth. This is why I share all my friends. Everybody thinks I'm making these videos for them. Everybody watches a video and they interpret it their own way. And then they want to come and tell me how they feel. Or they want to judge me, or they want to talk to others.
Yeah.
Everybody is watching the video as though I'm making the video for them. It's very human. But it also means that I am an unwavering, roaring, incredible fucking success.
Yeah.
Because if I have achieved that everybody is watching fucking video,
Yeah.
thinking that I made it for them, so
Yeah.
that they have the right to comment, the right to advise, the right to say something, right? Then I hit it. Then I hit it.
Yeah.
Nobody will turn away.
Yeah.
And that's that, because that's their inner belief.
Going back to our session, what did you learn about me?
You're extremely calm and extremely open, okay? I didn't want to disappoint you. I don't like to disappoint people, right? And I did not want you to feel that the workout is so... how to say, prehistoric and layman, okay? But I was like, if he starts to feel that way, then I'll just pick up the pace more, okay? So you and me, when at a very moderate pace, we're just talking, okay? So I can't work out at that, in that mode. When I actually work out, it's far more intense, right?
We could have done that.
We could have done that.
Yeah.
We could have done that. But I wanted to talk as well, right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, we can go out and do it again and we cannot talk and stuff, right? But we were talking and stuff. So it's hard. So Sunday, I spent a lot of hours in the sun already, right? Sunday, I worked for 2 hours. I did my own podcast. I took my son for an hour swim, an intense swim. Then we went for lunch with my wife, one of my daughters and my aunt from the United States. Then we met up with my dad and his wife. And then I took my son for another swim. Okay. So I was not going to swim on Monday. Okay. And my helpers know that Monday I'm not going to swim because I've spent Sunday doing a lot of swimming and stuff.
Yeah.
So my water bottle is just out and not my goggles. Okay. On the dining table. And so on Monday I had one of, and you will understand this, I had one of the best workouts of my life, or at least the feeling was there. It's so difficult to get that feeling. Maybe 27 minutes, 31 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Me and those two bottles. Okay? Grab a bottle, two squats with the bottle. Pick up the bottle, walk as far as I can. Drop the bottles, shoulder presses. Sip of water, grab one bottle, 2 deep squats. Pick up 2 bottles, walk. Drop the bottles, shoulder press. Okay? Have a sip of water. Okay, no break, no nothing. And Sunday was a breakout day of sun. As we know, the weather has changed. And Monday was 34 Celsius, super sunshine. God, do I love the sun. It truly is solar power battery for everybody. You know what I mean? Including human beings. Yeah. Okay. And I came home and I'm telling my son, I'm telling my daughter, I'm telling my wife, you don't even understand the workout that I had. And so many people, Avi, in my life, right? They cannot understand that feeling. I know you can understand that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a wow, right? And I'm still, today's what, Wednesday? And I'm, I can't replicate that.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I couldn't get that feeling. Today, I couldn't get that feeling. That feeling was so good. It's so good. I'm clinging on to it. It's priceless.
Yeah.
And we could have that feeling again. Now that you know the routine, I don't need to talk you through it. And we could do it and be intense and stuff. And I, like I said, like I know people, they have it in the yoga studios, they have it in Pilates, they have it in their gyms, they have it in their boxes and stuff. And great, people should do everything that they want to do to get that feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? But for me, that feeling comes, and I've tried it all. I did so much yoga, you don't understand how many years I've done yoga for and stuff, okay? I've done Olympic lifts, I've done the big 3. I've got a great feeling for it. I'm not discounting anything that I've done in the past. What I'm telling you is that I moved on when with my journey with that routine is over. Okay. When my journey with yoga was over, it was over. When my journey with Olympic lifting was over, it was over. These journeys are not small. I'm not dabbling here. Okay. They were intense. They were long. They were fruitful. I got so much out of it. Okay. When my journey with the big three was over, it was over. When my journey with handstands is on pause. Okay. I think my handstand has been my biggest challenge. I've been dabbling with it for so many years, intensively, on and off, taking breaks, going after it. I think it's been my biggest struggle, handstands and stuff. And right now, I just want to enjoy the sunshine. And when it gets cold again, then I can go back to handstands.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned from you during that session that despite all of your injuries, that you love to move, and that it makes you feel alive,
the best,
and that is your. I mean, like you invited me. That's your space. That's your time.
Yeah,
you
and I love sharing it with you.
Yeah, and you love supporting and sharing. Because I felt super supported the entire time.
For sure.
You know, like, even though I'm a trainer, you were like kind of like making sure I was okay, making sure my movement was, all correct and everything. So it was like
I think it's, for me, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be something that pegs our friendship for years to come for myself. And look, my wife has done this with me years ago. If you scroll back far on Facebook, if you scroll back far enough on Facebook, you will see my wife with those water, but she's holding one, and dropping them. You'll see my sister-in-law holding one like this and dropping, and not like this, okay, and stuff. And if you scroll back far enough on my Facebook, you will see so many of my friends who have done this with me and who have broken and fallen under one session, and I just don't understand why, right? But the whole point is to break and fall. And come back.
That's how you grow,
That's how you grow. You got to break and fall and come back. You got to break and fall and come back. And that's it. You know, see, when you meet people, when you see somebody, right? When you see a guy and he looks amazing, right? You automatically will be able to connect with him because you just ask him the right questions. Like you just say, bro, what's your diet like? And then boom. All you got to say is, bro, what's your diet like? You're friends. You understand what I'm saying? Because the guy knows already that you respect him, you like what he's achieved, you understand that what he's achieved and stuff, what he's worked hard for, and you want to know about it, and that's it. You just ask a guy a question, hey bro, what's your diet like, right? And then boom, and then you're friends, you've connected and stuff. So you have to break and fall to get to the next level, right? Like I mean, when I really carved out my physique. Okay, let's say my best physique till today, all right, and I look so handsome, all right, and so broad, was probably 2018, okay? And I was eating like shit. I wasn't drinking alcohol, right? But I wasn't like locked in diet-wise. And now 7 years later, bro, I'm so locked in. I can't even get that handsome. I can't even get that ripped. I can't even get that big. You know what I mean? It just sucks age, right? And I guess one thing, I'll be honest with you, is that right after that, I tore my first meniscus. I tore my second meniscus. I tore my first one again. I won, then second, then third. Blew each lower disc in my spine, the lowest first, then the next lowest, then the next lowest, and then I tore one hip, and then I tore another hip, right? So I can't go at that pace. I can't go the pace that I was going at before. I just can't. It's impossible. And I've tried everything, bro. So I was like, you know what? I want to run. Okay, so I had two running phases in my life. Phase one was maybe before I had kids. Or just, I think it was before I had kids. It was more of a Forrest Gump thing. I was like, I'd run once around the field. And it's something I'd never done before. And maybe it's 300 something meters, but I did it. You know what I mean? As an adult who was drinking and knew nothing about nutrition. Okay. And then one round became 2 rounds, 2 rounds became 3, became 1 kilometer, became 2 kilometers, became 5, fucking 10 kilometers. You know what I mean? I remember the one time I broke 10K. We'd have in the Nike shoe, you'd have this thing that you'd put into your Nike shoe, and it attaches to your Nike wristband. and two of my friends were playing tennis far away. I was on the other side of the field, and I'm looking right at the tennis court. I'm like, I fucking did it. I did 10K. I did it. I did it. I'm yelling at them. They think I'm crazy. I'm like, I did it. Do you understand that I just ran 10K? It was huge for me, okay? I think maybe my kids were babies or maybe they weren't born yet and stuff. But my problem with running at that time is that it was always a Forrest Gump thing. It's like, bro, I have to open my shop every day, 9:30. No matter what, I have to open my shop. I have to open my shop. So I had to get up early and earlier to run longer and longer. I was like, okay, you know what? I've done it. I'm done. So like when I told you earlier that, I have exhausted that feeling and moved on to something else, right? And then I wanted to run again, okay? And in 2018, I think it was 2018, I was in Cebu. I said, fucking, you know what? This is just before going to Cebu. I said, you know what? I want to do something different. I want to run. So and the idea came because on Insta, I opened up one day and this girl, Russian girl, pops up. And her name is Yana Running Coach or something. I don't know if you know this girl.
No.
She used to live in Hong Kong. She moved to Canada and stuff. Okay. And I said, she's like a Russian babe. I said, there's really running coaches? There's Russian running coaches in Hong Kong? It intrigued me. Okay. I don't scroll, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I messaged her. I said, you're really a running coach? She said, yeah. I said, okay. I said, come, let's meet. I want a running session. And how the fuck are you going to teach me how to run? Okay. So she's much younger than me. She tried to teach me how to run this. I said, listen, you know what? I want to do something that I've never done before. I want to enter a race. Okay. Because this running with you doesn't cut it. Okay. I can run myself. So I want to enter a race, but you do all the work. So how when I first met you, okay, I said, I'll pay you for your time. I'll pay for the race entry. I'll pay for your race entry. I'll pay for everything. But you go and make it happen. So the first race we were going to do, I think it was 2018, if I'm not mistaken. 2018? Yeah. Was the first October race, where from Central Pier, you run up to the peak. Okay? So we entered this race. So the goal was to get to that race. So I just gone to Cebu at the back end of the summer or whenever, I can't remember. So we were staying in this villa high up in the mountains, and then there were these slopes in between where the fuck we were, really downwards concrete slopes and up concrete slopes. I run 1K. I was like, bro, it's tough. And I'm fit, man. I swim like a mofo. I can do anything. Handstand. 2018, I told you I was best shape of my life. Next day, tried 2. Next day, tried 3. I said, this is tough, man. So I can't remember the build-up. But when October 1st came of 2018, October 1st is People's Republic of China Day. Am I not correct here?
Maybe.
Sure. I'm telling you.
Okay, sure.
You gotta know this. You live here. So there's a big race on October 1st, and it's to the peak. And you take all these bastard roads, Kane Road, this fucker road. What's all these English roads names in Central?
Robinson Road.
Yeah. All these asshole roads, okay? You take it one by one, all right? And it was only 10K, right? And it was up to the peak, okay? But I'll tell you, there's such a special race in my life. I'll tell you why. Because the last 3K is virtually vertical, okay? So I'm running, I said, this is not working. So what has always, before there was HIIT, there was me, okay? I was always, what worked for me was high intensity.
Yeah.
Okay? So I said, how am I going to run this 3K vertical, all right? I've just ran 7K across all these fucking roads that I live in Kowloon Sai, bro. Fuck these roads, you know what I mean? And so I was like, fuck this. I'll revert to type. I'm Roshan. I fucking sprinted like a bastard till I couldn't anymore. Then walk, then sprinted like a bastard, then walk, then sprint. I made those 3K. Avi, I PB'd a 10K. Okay. It was my fastest ever 10K, but running up a slope ever in my life compared to my training 10Ks, which were flat. It was crazy. Okay. It was like that Rocky Balboa moment in my life. You know what I mean? And I have a photo of it. I have to go scroll back at my photos. I hope it's not deleted and stuff. I couldn't believe it. And the coach, Yana, I beat her.
Oh.
Okay. And she was like, oh my God, you PB'd in a race going uphill, right? Anyway, it was incredible. It was incredible. So I always tell people, you must try.
Yeah.
You got to try everything. That feeling you get is so good. And I know you know that feeling. I know you understand that, right? And, you know, I think as a fitness coach everywhere, right? I don't know. I shouldn't give advice, right? But I would love it if fitness coaches could tell people these stories because I think it would inspire them to get more out of them.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know why people don't want to sit down and listen to me about my journey and stuff. My wife doesn't want to hear it. My kids don't want to hear it. Nobody's fucking interested. You know what I mean? I don't get it, right? Like, I don't get it. And that's why I have so much self-love, right? Like, I have so much self-love, and I try to teach my children, you've got to love yourself. You know, my wife is, you know, she's trying to convince herself to love herself and stuff. It's like, babe, just love yourself. You got to love yourself. Trust me. I love you. Love yourself. It's too easy for me to love myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I fucking PB'd going up to the fucking peak compared to running it flat. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was fucking huge. It was insane. It was insane. How did it come? Right? And this is all electronic, right? It's on the bib and stuff, and it comes on the screen. And it's like, how the fuck did I do this? Right? And I've never run a faster 10K, not even on flat. Then I ran that day in that race, in my first ever race, okay? And then I was hooked. So then I ran, I told her book the next race. Next race was 12K, and it was crazy. And I said, you know, fuck these road races. We go run what these fuckers do in the mountains. What the fuck you call it? Trail race. Yeah, let's bring it out. So at 12, 13, 14, I don't know, 17, I ran up to the Buddha one day.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So it was with this Action Asia.
Yeah.
Okay? Then COVID came. And I remember in 2019, I did 5 races. Okay? 12K, 13K, 14K, 15K, something else. Okay? One of the races, I brought home medals, everything is all. You scroll back on my Insta, bro. You see the genuineness. You see my kids meeting me in the shop on a Sunday morning. You see the medals that I came with. You see the genuineness in me, okay? You see who I was before this wacky-ass persona came out because of COVID. You know what I mean? You see, you know, just, you know, it's Family Guy and stuff, right? You know what I mean? And I came and, you know, nobody can understand the emotion. I was supposed to be working on Sunday. I still came to the shop. I opened the door. I said, Papa, I've just done 12K in the mountains. You know what I mean? I have 3 medals around me, one for each kid. And nobody can understand. You know, I told my wife to come down. You know, we took all these photos. We put them on Insta and Facebook and stuff. And the kids had their medals and stuff. And nobody could understand the emotion. They could not understand it. And then these fuckers actually, okay, so the government shuts down the races. Okay, fine. Then when the races come up, this Action Nation is like, upload your vaccination certificate, this, that, you fuck yourself. I say, you must be fucking kidding me. That I fucking need to do this bullshit. I'm not into this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes, I believe in proximity and power. Okay? All right? But if you are, this is fucking harassment, bro. You do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, some people, because they don't want to be liable or they don't want to hear about the name of the paper that something happened in the race. I said, listen, if you are these kind of cunts, please, I can run anywhere in my life. I don't need you guys. Do you know what I'm saying? So I started running for myself. Now, look, I'm still working out, right? I'm running every day, right? And I just, you know, I ran maybe 11 times 1 month. Then I didn't run for 3 months. Then I ran 12 times 1 month, 13 times in a month, 4 times in a week. Then I didn't run for 4 months. And how do I know all this? Because it's all in my phone on my Adidas running app.
Right.
Okay? Adidas, whatever you call it, some running app, right? And stuff. And I can look back at that with such fond memories of my achievements, right? So always my thing is, what am I going to do? I'm going to get up at 3 a.m. so I can run a marathon. I have to open my shop, right? But I built up, you know what I mean? When it was Saria's birthday, I said, Saria's December 16th. I said, I'm going to run 16K for you. So one December 16th, I went and ran 16K straight. And I've never run 16K in my life. And I've come on, baby, it's your birthday. And I ran 16K for you.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was my birthday. I went and ran 12K for me. And because I'm on the 12th. And then it was Rian's birthday in Jan. And I went and ran 19K for him because he's Jan 19th. And it's Serena's birthday on the 21st. And I went and ran 21K for her. And I was like, okay, 21K. I was like, all right. So half marathon is what, 22, 23? I don't know. So, okay, now I'm done. I went and ran at 22 soon after, and then went and ran at 23. I was like, whatever the math is, I've done the half. I've done it on my own. I'm okay. I take a break now.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm going to get that feeling by going out and doing 24.
Yeah.
Then I got the 23, right? Do you know what I mean? But I'm always going to have the 23.
Yeah.
Right? It's recorded there. It's recorded on a video. It's me entering the house with the video doing 23K. It's on the app. It's so good. And that's why I tell you, you can see the emotion. You can see, like, bro, believe me when I tell you, right, that, I've done a lot of different stuff. And I've never criticized anything. And I've never dropped out anything. And I've never stayed anything because, I got to stay in it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing handstands fucking every day because I still can't fucking nail them. You know what I mean? And stuff. You know what I mean? I'm talking about proper full on holds. I want to be there for 1 minute, right? So I'm just, I'm not done with that shit, right? I just, gravitating back and forth because I got to focus on other things, right? So yeah, when I'm done with something, I'm done with something. If I want to go back, I'll go back. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of movement. That's the beauty of working out. And the beauty of working out is that it's all about movement. And I feel so good moving. I can't sit still. You've trapped me here, but I found a way to move. I've shaken my butt so much in this chair and stuff, and I feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And when you talk to me about movement and when you talk to me about joy, it's like a little boy coming out.
Yeah.
Right?
Can hear it.
And when you talk to me earlier about, stupid shit, right? Like you can see the aggressor coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
And I told you then, and you can see till now, I have not stuttered once. I've not paused once. And everything that comes from me is always 200% me, quick and dirty. The real me.
Yeah.
And there is no other me, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp. He's not a fucking pirate of the Caribbean. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? All right? Let's give each other a break.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. No, absolutely. I really appreciate your time here today.
My pleasure.
We're going to wrap up, but we are going to do a little lightning round. So I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of questions at you, and it's your go-to. So like your favorite or your go-to. So the first one is going to be your go-to sweat, your go-to workout.
It has to be, look, I like the Hong Kong heat. I want heat. Okay? So it needs to be outdoors. It needs to be under the baking sun. And it really doesn't matter what the movement is.
Yeah.
The movement doesn't matter, but I seek the heat. I want 99% humidity. I want 35 Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Love it. Your go-to treat meal.
I'm going to plug someone. I'm going to say Brooklyn Pizza.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like their pizzas.
Nice.
And I love pizza. And I don't treat myself that often.
Yeah.
And also I owe it to my family to take them to different places all the time.
Yeah.
And if it was just me, though, I go to Brooklyn Pizza all the time.
Are you a pineapple on the pizza kind of guy?
I can eat anything on a pizza.
Oh, really?
Bro,
Okay.
you just put it on a pizza, I'll eat it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
love it.
grew into that. Okay. When I was a kid, I hated pizza.
Oh, really?
It was disgusting to me.
Oh, wow.
Okay. The tomato sauce was disgusting. Eventually, suddenly one day I like cheese pizza.
Oh.
And then cheese progressed. Bro, I'll eat anything on a fucking pizza. Put it on.
Love it. Go-to travel destination.
The world is such a big place. So it's really, really hard to say. I'll tell you that I've been to Singapore a handful of times, and I've had the most amazing time there.
Oh, yeah. I love Singapore.
And I've been to Kuala Lumpur a handful of times, maybe Singapore 5 or 6 times, maybe Kuala Lumpur 4 or 5 times. And I've had an amazing time there. I've been to Bangkok many more times, right? And, I've had some great times. I've had some really hard times, whatever this, that. And I would say my top 3 places, you can't judge a place on only one time. So my top 3 places are Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, and Dallas, Texas.
Oh, wow.
I think I've been to those places enough times to warrant me saying that, yeah, those are my top 3.
We would go back. Yeah. Go-to morning routine?
Coffee.
Okay.
Coffee.
Black?
The strongest, thickest, darkest. Okay. Do you drink Nespresso or you do your own beans?
Nespresso.
Okay. So I'm lazy now, so I'm just an espresso guy. So their levels. So I think the highest is 14 or 13.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So my first cup, right, is 3 capsules.
Okay.
Long pull, change a capsule, long pull, change a cup, long pull.
And
that's
all
my
of one
in one
okay.
cup.
Wow.
That's my first cup.
Okay.
Then I get on my bike and start working. Okay, drinking that coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go to the bathroom. My second cup is 2 capsules. Long pull, get back on my bike, working, 3 phones, paperwork, bathroom. Last is 1 cup long pull, and that's a quick cup while getting ready.
Right.
And then leave the house.
This is all before you go to work.
Yeah, and then I go work out. But I'm still working home. So, but what was your question again?
Go-to morning routine.
Coffee, bro. I need coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll wake up on Saturday, Sunday, that I'm not working out, right? So if I can force myself, listen, I've never set an alarm. I can't remember the last time I set an alarm. It is not in the last, I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wake up, bro. I wake up way too early. On the days on Saturdays, now why I don't work out Friday, Saturday, Sundays? Because one, you've got to give your body a break, right? I want to work out 7 days a week. Like today, I knew because I murdered myself on Monday, and I murdered myself on Monday. In 27 minutes, I murdered myself, absolutely destroyed myself. And yesterday I was fine. Today I couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have just walked today. All right. Tomorrow I might walk, but I always say that, and I still end up working out. But why do I take Saturday, Sundays off? Because the kids are asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can be in the home. You cannot be in the home Monday to Friday with 3 kids getting ready to go to KG5, 3 teenagers.
Yeah.
Bro, it's fucking World War VI in the house. It's psychotic. Okay. So when I wake up, if I can't stay in bed long enough, okay, and I wake up and the house is still empty, then my new routine is I go down to 7-Eleven, I buy a thick black coffee from them.
Oh, okay.
And I walk to the harbor front. Okay. And I walk to the harbor front, drinking the coffee. I'll walk along the harbor front till I find another 7-Eleven. I'll buy another coffee from them. And then I'll go up to the house. And then I'll start working in peace. Okay. And the greatest thing on Saturday and Sundays, I don't have to make my own coffee. I can ask my helper to do it. But if I actually have, maybe I've gone out Friday night for dinner, Saturday night for dinner, I've actually slept till 6 something, which is so rare. Then I'll open my door. Coffee. I want it to be made for me. You know what I mean? Instead of serving myself, I'm always serving myself. You know what I mean? It's so nice. And they know how I want it. I need it hot. I need it black. I need it thick.
Yeah. Go to workout music?
Bollywood.
Okay. Doubt. Any particular artists?
No, I really like Shah Rukh Khan songs. So songs that he's in the movie. Obviously, he's not singing.
Okay.
I really don't know the singers' names and stuff, but Shah Rukh is my favorite actor, and I'm just so enamored by I'm besotted with him. So anything I know it's a song that he's dancing in, like I'm imagining my life.
Love it.
Somewhere.
Love it.
Yeah.
Do you have a go-to guilty pleasure?
Homemade, burning hot from the embers of hell, brownie with Biscoff ice cream on top.
Oh.
Nice?
Yeah.
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 But very rare, maybe once a month, bro.
Yeah.
Once a month. But that's when I actually break routine at home.
Yeah.
Which is rare. But, Friday night dinner, Saturday night dinner, Sunday lunch, I break routine.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time I eat pristine.
And what's your go-to mantra or life motto?
Wow, there's so many. Okay. But if I were to give someone advice, right? I think it's too easy to tell someone, love yourself, this, that, a lot of stuff's been said before, right? But I think the best advice I can give anybody, and I've spoken to so many young people throughout the course of my career, is that work, hours are important, okay? I don't buy into the 4-day work week, the 4-hour work week. There's this guy on YouTube that I've been watching a little bit right now. And, there's some other guys that have been creeping in that say that you can manage to look like how they look by working out 40 minutes a week. I was like, bro, I can't believe it. No. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have the guts in my life to take a week off and see what happens to my physique. Okay. And so forth. You know what I mean? Like I can't, I hammer my body and I feel amazing. Okay. So I don't think there are any shortcuts. And I think that if there are shortcuts, it's better to realize you're wrong, but trying the hard way. Okay. So don't look for the shortcuts. Don't take your foot off the pedal. Don't be lazy. Don't buy into bullshit. Grind. Okay? At least you got the grind out of the way early on in life.
Yeah.
Grind as hard as you can. And then either your grinding will get you to where you want to be and beyond, or your grinding will show you the 40-minute workout in a week. I mean, the 4-hour work week, the 4-week work day, the work from home. Or your grinding will show you that, you know what everybody is saying is a gimmick and is bullshit. And if you want to get somewhere in life, you need to grind.
Yeah.
So my best advice to anybody is, bro, work. like a mofo on anything, at least you get that out of the way, then the answer will come to you.
What's next for you?
London.
Yeah.
London, right? So I very rarely travel, maybe maximum twice a year. So I can't wait to be somewhere different because difference is important, and I don't have that in my life. Okay, 6.5 days a week I have to go to work. Okay, I take a lot of umbrage to that. I think if you listen to my podcast, listen to my interviews, you can see the sudden change in my voice. I don't think it's fair. I think it's this imposition that's put on me, and it's this imposition that has stopped me from seeing and doing so many things in this world. In Hong Kong, hikes, beaches, Cheung Chau, Peng Chau. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I got to open this damn shop every day.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not fair. And if I tell my father and uncle, they'll say, hey, you know, we'll do it. Right? And the guilt comes. And they'll really do it. They'd rather kill themselves than let me be free. So it's tough. You know what I mean? They'd rather kill themselves than give me freedom. So, look, I promise you when I met you, look how emotive I am. You can see how somber I've suddenly gone. From, I don't know, that's just me. And if you didn't believe anything I said for the last 1.5 hours, I think the way my tone has changed, giving this answer, will show you that you should believe everything I have to say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to do some talks in London, right?
I'm going to do some talks in London.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think I think that I'm doing something that no tailor has done.
Yeah.
I'm doing something that very few people globally do. And when I say few, I mean as a percentage of the global population. Obviously, there are hundreds and thousands of speakers, but there are billions and billions of people.
Yeah.
And I'm going representing Hong Kong, right? Truly. I think that culture has come forward so much, right? So far, so recently, right? That I think I'm going there as a Hong Konger more than I'm going there as an Indian.
Right.
Okay. And that doesn't mean I can't go there as an Indian. And it doesn't mean that if, you know, people ask me about being Indian, I can't talk about it and stuff. But I feel as though that I'm being propelled there and pulled there as a Hong Konger. I'm definitely being pulled there as the living personification of Sam Tailor. But yeah, London's next on the agenda. And, you know, I'm scared. I very rarely get scared because I got to meet some really important people and take their measurements and then come back to Hong Kong and make them suits.
Yeah.
I really don't want to be doing that. I just want to be on vacation. I just want to do nothing. But that's part of life. If you want to be the hero, if you want to be somebody, then you have to do the scary things as well.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for your time today.
It's my pleasure.
I'm so grateful
grateful
for
to
connecting with you.
Yeah.
I'm grateful and respect your honesty.
I promise you that.
And I can't wait to see what you do next.
Bro, we met in the supermarket
Yes.
and we made it happen.
We met at the supermarket and you were told me that you were teaching your son about food. I was
Yeah.
like, that's
I was teaching my
curious thing to say.
No, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, seriously. I was teaching him about single ingredient food and how important they are. I said, you can enjoy everything, right?
Yeah.
And there's so much color and everything here. Why can't you enjoy it in single ingredients? Why does it all have to come mishmash together?
Yeah.
Right? And I said, look, we're going to start with something really easy. And maybe it's not single ingredient, but we're going to start with you choose the most expensive ham or salami or whatever. You like these cured meats. Choose the most expensive one. Okay? The most expensive one has to be the best one. Okay? So whatever the price is, we'll pay for it. And then instead of eating shit, ice cream after dinner or only shit, you eat the most expensive fucking meat that's being sold in this town. Okay? And he bought into it. All right? And he was doing that. And that conversation and a commitment to that cured meat rather than a brownie and ice cream and garbage, right? Suddenly made him, and it's only been a few weeks and long may it continue, ditch Cocoa Pops every morning, whatever the fuck they are, this chocolate shit, and have 2 scrambled eggs on toast every morning.
Oh, nice.
Now, the toast is shit, but at least it's a step in the right direction. And that's what happened that day, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what that conversation was about. And it led to something amazing.
Yeah. And it led to this.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And good luck in London.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Move, Sweat, Discover. If you liked the episode, please subscribe and write us a 5-star review. See you next time.